Banzai. Good morning, grinders, C3, Cobras, Eagle Fangs, and anybody else who happens to be out here. Today is Monday, January 18th, and this may be my last workout of this routine. Might be something completely different come Wednesday. But I'm not trying not to jinx it, so I'm not going to say any more about that at this time. Let's go right into today's devotional, but first, I've got to crank up the personal torture device. Here a little better. There we go. I am definitely making improvements on this. Okay, so it is a potential, and today's is titled Thoughts That Materialize, and the devotional comes from Job 3:25. It says, "What I always feared has happened to me. What I dreaded has come true." Kind of short, not very sweet. And what Tony goes on to talk about is essentially trying to maintain a positive attitude. That if you think negatively, if you believe negative things are going to happen to you, if you believe the worst and give voice to the worst always happening to you, it's probably going to happen that way. He's talking about the power of positive thinking. And I, for the most part, agree with that. It's not just hokum that there's some magic, but there is a power in positive thinking. You have to build yourself up internally. If you're always tearing yourself down, then that's what's going to happen. He has a line in there saying that, things are self-fulfilling prophecy. So if they're so self-fulfilling, you might as well make them positive. And I agree with him on that. It's like being around toxic people. There are some people that no matter what, they're always going to find drama, anger, and just be a Debbie Downer or a Douglas Downer. And they're not fun to be around because they're always thinking and imagining the negative. So try and always think of the positive. Doesn't mean you can just say, I'm going to win the lottery, I'm going to win the lottery, and you're going to win. No, it doesn't work that way. At least for most of us. But if you do think positively, you're setting yourself for the mindset. You're setting yourself for success. You've probably heard the phrase, those who fail to plan to fail. Well, it's the same thing with your positive attitude. And my favorite part, because I'm keeping this real short today, I know I tend to ramble. I can't tell you who said it. I believe it was a former coach for Michigan. And I read it in another book. And I'm paraphrasing here. It's not verbatim. But his whole philosophy, with the only two things he could control, was his attitude and his effort. Everything else was a variable that was beyond his control. But he would always maintain a positive attitude and put forth his very best effort. And more often than not, he would be successful. And I've really tried to take that to heart because I agree with it. The only two things you really have control over in your life are your attitude and your effort. And believe me, I know how hard it is. I struggle as much as anybody else with things. But you've got to keep your attitude positive and your effort. If you want to get better, if you want to improve, and if you want to make progress, you've got to put the effort in. In our dojo, they like to say, practice makes permanent. And they're right. The more you practice, the more permanent that's going to be. But I like to say, practice makes progress. It's a step. For younger people who are playing video games, you've got your first level where you're fighting the ants or whatever, or the low-level monsters. You progress on up it, but you've got to kill a lot of those little things before you get up to the big thing, or whatever that may be. You practice and you make progress. So, keep a positive attitude. Concentrate on your attitude and your effort. Think positively so that your self-fulfilling prophecy comes out positive. That's all I've got for this morning. We're going to get to the workout in just a few minutes. As soon as I stretch these a little further, Bonsai, we'll see you in a minute. All right, welcome back, campers. This is take 3. You might notice that I'm in a completely different pair of pants and shirt, and that's because, as I stated at the end of the video, I forgot to record the actual workout. I thought I hit the button, but I guess I didn't. So I'm just throwing up Fridays because the workouts are all the same. We start off with 20 seconds right arm, 20 seconds left arm, 20 seconds both arm for a full 1 minute kettlebell swings. That's to warm up the body and get all the joints loose and going, whether you do a warm-up or not. I think it's very beneficial, and it gets your heart pumping right off the bat. So the first thing we're going to do is the chest press here. Most of my reps I try to get between 8 and 12 in, but on the chest I've been doing more because I need to up the weight a little bit. We go into pullovers, and right after that we're going to go into the underhand press. And before the video gets there, the reason this might be the last one of these workouts I do, hopefully on Wednesday the tonal will arrive and be installed. It's scheduled to be, and I'm hoping, keeping fingers crossed. The tonal's like it's a workout machine that's kind of like a smart app that hangs on your wall, and it uses magnetic weight, and from all that I can see, it really works you, and I'm looking forward to trying it. Okay, these are chest flies, one of my favorite exercises. You get such a good stretch. Works you really well. And then we go right into back flies. I really concentrated on these today, and I felt like I got my arms further back and pinched my back better. But since I recorded it, I don't know. Going back to the tonal, that's what's going to make Wednesday and on a little more confusing, because I'm not sure what I can record or what. You know, you might not be able to see anything. I don't know. But I don't think people really watch the workouts much anyway, so I'm not too concerned about it. So we did some spider curls, and then these are tricep extensions. And we're going to go right into the seated curl to overhead press. Wow, my tongue is tied today. I can't hardly talk. But I'm still recovering from the workout. And like I said many times before, I do 3 sets of this. So by the time I'm done, I'm pretty wiped out. These are suitcase squats. And I do 10 of these. Those are about 40 pounds each. And we go right into calf raises, but I wasn't wearing shoes, and it really hurt the balls of my feet that day. And now we're getting into the end of it. 10-pound kettlebells going into a long split squat with hammer curls. We do 10 on each side. And then I'm going to have to take a break and shake my arms out. And we do a split squat again with military press. That way we're working our legs and our core and our shoulders all at the same time. It's a good combination move. Good way to end it too. So that's all I've got for today. We'll see you on Monday. Well, I screwed up. I thought I recorded, and I didn't. But now I'm done. So, I'm not doing that again. But it's okay, because nobody really watches these anyway. But, have a great Monday. We will see you back down here tomorrow for some kicking, stretching, and sparring. It's a cardio day, cobrodio day, something like that. Anyway, have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.